Howdy, my name is Mark Connolly, and this is the Community Kitchen. All the members of our team are all survivors of a brain injury. Well, I thought when we first met that this was a bunch of cooks getting together to share a meal.
I met these two guys in the cooking class, and we had a lot of fun at doing that, and we decided that we'd do this kitchen together, and it's kind of fun.
But after the course was over, that's when I found out all the people in had no idea how to cook. So I thought, what have I got myself into?
Due to the brain injury, I've lost most of my eyesight, as Carrie has, and Mark has lost his hearing from his meningitis too. And Paul, he couldn't speak very well when we first started either. So
now he talks so much he can't get him to shut up.
Like with me, we first cooking group with Mark and Robin and Carrie, I couldn't speak very good. We worked so good together. I had a lot of fun. My mood is really good. I have no bad mood. I get more calm, and it helps like that.
So I love it. And one of the greatest attributes you have to have in your life if you're ever gonna be successful is passion. What we're going to be preparing today, as you can see, is a sole with a Dijon and pesto sauce on top of a bed of rice. We're going to cook up some fresh vegetables, and on the side we'll have a Caesar salad.
usually when we're cooking in the kitchen, there's between 4 and 6 of us. So together we share a brain.
Yes, we're like a scarecrow. We don't have a brain, but we do pretty good.
What we need is it chopped up into like 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch croutons, and then we'll chop up the lettuce for the salad.
We set our own limits, and it's important to test your abilities. So when Carrie started with us, she didn't know how to handle a knife, didn't know how to hold a knife, and so she's learning to use the proper technique when cutting and stuff like that. Now she's just about got it mastered. Make sure you count your fingers before you start.
I know, before you eat it. Any red, you better not eat it because we don't have any radish.
So you're starting with 5 fingers? Okay.
Yes.
Knock on wood.
Robin helped me actually because he came and showed me perfect knives that I can use because they have a bigger blade and they're not really that sharp, but he's told me how to properly cut them.
Paul's the sweetest man you'll ever meet, but I call him my sergeant at arms.
Paul has a little OCD, which is handy in the kitchen if something needs to be done perfectly. And when he's turning the oven on and off, he's a pyrotechnical engineer.
The oven and stove, I'm really good with it says fuel. You don't want to fire like that. Very careful.
So what I'll do, Paul, is we'll just about like this size here.
Sound good. Sound good.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be working on the sauce and the salad dressing, but I'll go around the table, and when I have time, I'll help you guys out.
How's that? Look good?
That's right. It's a
Good,
little
though.
big, but that's okay. Now this cowboy's proud, and it makes me happy. Every day I look at the faces of the people around me, enjoying a meal, having great conversation, and just having a good old time.
Can you explain how you're making the sauce?
1/2 cup of olive oil.
Okay,
I have 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard.
excellent.
I put in a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and I need 3 cloves of garlic. The cooking makes people happy. It's something we all have to do to survive. If you focus on good nutrition, you're feeding your body with healthy food that's going to help you heal, help you feel better. You see how once I added the lemon, now it's really starting to become a creamy, smooth looking dressing. I don't know if we have enough anchovy. It's just so good for you. And now for the main ingredient. If you're gonna put lots of garlic in, I think that you need a little bit more cheese. So I'm gonna go with, I'll say, half of a cup of Parmesan cheese. So there is your salad dressing. Now this, you guys, will go into the refrigerator for at least 2 hours.
Okay.
But the whole point is the longer it sits in the fridge, the better it gets.
We learned more things cooking, like fish. We could cook some fish today, and fishing is excellent. I've been doing it for my whole life so far.
This is the heart of our meal, and it's nothing but soul. Something we all have a lot of. What I did with it last night is I marinated it in a lemon, an olive oil, basil, and oregano. It should have a pretty good flavor to it.
That's good.
It's only gonna take a few minutes to cook. So we need to get the rice on. So Robin, while you're getting the rice on, I'll start cutting the cheese. This cheese is for our Caesar salad.
I'm gonna need a pot with a tight-fitting lid.
Mark, you're lucky you can't hear. You should see what they're squeaking over here.
For some reason, he can hear me. He can't hear anybody else. But he knows when I'm talking to him. Like when we go outside, people think that he can hear, and I have to go up to them and say, he's deaf, he can't hear you.
I always think when you're making a lot of noise in the kitchen, at least you're having fun.
Yes, that's true.
We can shut our eyes off too, right,
Yeah,
Carrie?
we
Just
can
have
shut
to
our
close
eyes.
them,
Yeah. Well, after I had my cataract surgery, it was great. I could see color again. I think I threw away one of my shirts. It was so bright.
The lettuce, they all go in the fridge. Carrie's blind. Robin is too, so they have something in common. See, I hate these knives these are for chopping stuff.
Oh,
We're
okay.
just like that much. And then Carrie, remember how we were doing the cucumber?
Oh, yeah.
For the salad?
Yes?
We'll just do them up like that.
Oh, okay.
Then toss them all in that pan just like that. Everything's chopped and in there. Give it a good old stir.
Robin and I are both a little bit blind, but still I want to learn to cook again. I can listen to books, listen to cookbooks and things like that.
Hey, Paul, you know what? Get that large frying pan. Put about 3-4 tablespoons of olive oil in the fry pan. Crush some garlic and heat that up for 4 to 5 minutes.
4 or 5 minutes, okay.
And then we sprinkle it onto these croutons and toast it in the oven. I'm gonna make up the Dijon pesto sauce. It's just something that I thought of. I'm thinking 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Pesto is basil and it's in a sesame seed oil and olive oil. It's gonna be so good.
Paul he's an exceptional individual. I've mentioned that he seems to have a bit of OCD, but it's a positive thing.
When I watch people wash their hands, I'm very careful because germs on the food is not good. Especially if you touch the meat, you have to wash your hands again. Make sure you really clean your hand clean. Make sure there's no germs in your hands.
Now I want to get this nice and smooth so it'll just pour over top. In there. Now I gotta get started on this soulfish. Robin, one day when we were driving home He said to me, I'm not a victim. I won't be a victim. And that's the kind of attitude that we have to be survivors. He's been doing this for 3 years now with community kitchens. And he's like a best friend to me. So we cook together, we laugh together, and we have fun. Lots of sea salt and black pepper. Now that's gonna go in the oven for 15 minutes.
We're helping to build each other up to be healthy, productive people again. It's important to remember we are social animals. And when you get an injury like this, you have a tendency to become reclusive and lethargic. And then with that comes weight gain and depression and other health issues. So it's important to remember that you're not alone.
You know, you don't want these little tiny sticks they
Oh, I know. Well, you know, we're
like
just like the Wizard of
How'd you get
Oz.
those hockey sticks in?
Are you guys talking about hockey? Just because I met Wayne Gretzky doesn't mean I want his hockey stick. 34 years ago, there was nothing to help us. You know, they want to just lock us up in some damn mental institute and hardly help. So I went on TV at my parents' house. This was a couple of years after my injury. And I was saying, you know, hey, I'm still alive. I'm still learning. There's a lot I'm not ever going to see again, but I'll do the best. And I was just so positive about it. Wayne Gretzky saw that show and phoned my dad and said, I want to hug your daughter. So he came over and gave me a hug.
Okay. Here we go. Put that top burner in the oven. And our time now, let's see. Okay. And pass me the salad. That's it. Very good.
Parmesan?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
So if you guys want to make a really good Caesar salad, just start with a bit at a time. Don't dump it all in right away. Just see how much you have that will cover
The whole
the
thing.
lettuce. Because you can always add more later. You know.
Me too, yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Make sure it soaks into all of the lettuce.
This is cheese?
Yes.
It's starting to look good.
That's good.
They're all mixed in. That's starting to look really good.
Okay.
These are the kippers that again are good, healthy foods that will help stimulate the brain and keep your heart healthy.
Okay.
So just a gentle sprinkle. Just like the salad dressing, not too much.
Not too much,
It's too
yeah.
overpowering.
Okay.
Now, when we put our croutons on, Pop,
Yeah.
throw this shaved Parmesan cheese on top.
Okay.
And then again, give it a toss just before we start to put the plate together.
Okay.
Okay? This rice is done.
Okay.
In that case, on the stove here, okay, that's perfect.
Okay, yes, I know, I already got burnt.
Okay. Much better.
Oh, now it's cooked.
That's what we're looking for. Oh, yeah. Got this all set up here.
Oh yeah, isn't half on to have one spice and the other half has a different
Nope,
spice?
all
or no,
marinated
they're
the
all
same.
marinated the same?
Yep.
Okay.
Sometimes we do that, you're right. With the
Yeah,
salmon, we had
but
two different
yeah.
kinds.
Oh, actually, that's what it was.
Nice and tender. Look at that. Just flaking right apart.
Great.
What are you guys gonna eat?
Yeah, I think Rob's gonna take all that. And I'll take all the cupcakes. Dessert, because I always bring the dessert here. Oh yes, if it wasn't for me, we wouldn't be having any dessert, I don't think. That's my main thing. I always bring desserts. Today we got some muffins, and that'll be good. And Mark said I had to add an extra banana to it, so it tastes more like a banana muffin. So I did that.
Can you put that rice in a nice big bowl?
Okay.
Watch yourself.
Yes, dear. God, you did it. Filter?
Show it off now.
Yeah, now you're
I'll
being
put
a show.
that over here. Now I'll show you how we're going to set this up.
Front row seat.
The front row seat.
Rice is a little mushy. I apologize.
Okay.
Well, these
Some
put
nice
things on there to make
colorful
shortcake.
vegetables on there.
Everything's good.
Yes. That's great.
I can hardly wait.
Yes.
You know, when I was in recovery from my brain injury, I contracted meningitis. I went through a terrible time. It was not easy for me. And that's it.
Cheese, yeah. Parmesan.
I lost everything. And most valuable to me is my daughter and grandson. So this has to be tossed a little bit. Get that cheese, croutons soaking up all of the salad dressing. My daughter came to the hospital Christmas Day, and she said to me, "Dad, now cowboy up." I'll tell you, that was put a smile on my face just to hear her say that. Well, I took that very serious. And I'm gonna do what I can to get my life back. Now, with this pesto sauce, I'm going to add a couple of garnishes.
Mark loves cooking. You can really taste the difference.
Well, you should be in a grocery store with him. He tries to make deals with the people that work there. It's funny when we go shopping, Mark, he can't hear anything, but he'll go up to the people that work in the store and he'll try to get a deal and get it at half price.
And for you guys, I've got a treat. You might not have had this before, but I'm throwing on a little more capers there. These here are green peppercorns. Once you have a couple of those, they just sizzle and pop in your mouth, and it brings out the flavor of everything we put together in that sauce. The rice has a heart-healthy and brain-stimulating ingredients in it. It's got the grains that are necessary. The fish, it'll help your blood system. And the vegetables that we tossed in today are eggplant, zucchini squash, red pepper, and yellow banana squash. So you're gonna enjoy that.
A community kitchen is a group of people that have some commonalities. It may just be age, or it could be a common experience like ours, or it could be, we're compatible. As you can see that Mark can't hear, Carrie and I can't see very well, so communication is always an issue, but we have fun with it.
And we can still cook. Who cares if I can't see it? Doesn't matter. This morning I was having so much fun I burnt myself.
Well, that's what we should all do, is share a meal together with friends, people you just met, and do what you can to help them out.
When we were healthy, we used to help people and it made us feel good, but now some of us need help, so it's important to accept help So you make other people feel good too. You know, you don't have to ask for help. You just have to say okay or yes, and then the ball starts rolling. So then you make a lot of new friends, which is really good.
Warms my heart to know that they're going to be there again next week. And once in a while I see a new face. And it makes me happy. So just remember one thing, and I've had this in my head since I was a young kid, around 16 years old. Whatsoever the mind can conceive, if the heart truly believes, then you shall exceed.